Hi everyone. Today we're going to work on question 46 on LeetCode called Permutations. Um, so we're given a list of distinct integers. We want to return all possible permutations. So we have 1, 2, 3, and this is just the list of all the permutations. So in any question where you have to return all possible permutations or combinations or any of that sort, I always think it's going to be a backtracking question where we're going to try every possible possibility, and once we run out of possibilities, we just try a different maybe number in the front or something like that. So we want to initialize a temp array. We want to store the results over here. And yeah, so the basic format for any backtrack function is it'll always take the temp, which will be updating, and usually another one, which could be something like the index that we're at, or in this case, we're just going to call nums. So we're going to have an if condition, and we're also going to have a for loop to basically create all of our permutations or combinations. So let's start building this out. So our for loop will be a regular for loop. This is nums.length plus. And during this, we want to basically do two things. We want to push in a value into our temp. We want to say temp.push nums I. And we also want to take out that value from num. So we can say nums.splice I1. So this will remove the element at index I. Then we can recursively call backtrack with these parameters. So now we put in a value at temp, and we got rid of a value at nums. So we can say temp.nums. And finally, we can put it back in once we're done. So we can say nums.splice I0. And since we want to never go over 3 values in the temp, we want to pop out the last value of the temp. So this might go something like this. We put in the 1. So actually, let's just do it with paint so it's easier. So this would be my temp. This would be my nums. So initially, temp is empty, and nums has 1, 2, 3. And this is empty. So during the first iteration, this will become 1, and this will become 2, 3. Then the next iteration will become 1, 2 with 3. And the last one, we have 1, 2, 3, and this is empty. So this kind of gives us an idea of what our if statement might be. Our if statement is whenever our nums array is empty, we just want to push our temp is into our result. So we can say here if nums.length equals 0, result push, copy of the temp, and we break. Sorry, not break, we return. And then we call this check with temp nums, and we return the result. So let's see if this works. Cool, works just fine. And works just fine. I probably should also point this out with here. So once we're done with our initial backtrack, we want to basically put in the value that's at the end of the temp array back into here. So actually, from here, sorry, from more like here, t and n, temp will now become 1 and 2, and we're putting back the 3 into n for the next iteration. So the next value in here would maybe be 2. So we can start with 2, 1, and 3 and try all those combinations. So the runtime for this, basically because we're trying every single combination. The runtime is a little more complex. But in a nutshell, this is O of n factorial, where n is the number of values in nums, because we're running this n factorial times. So for example, in this, 3 factorial is 6, and we have 6 permutations that we want to make. I hope that makes it a little more easy to understand. So with that, that's the end of this question. I'll put a link to the question as well as my GitHub down below. And I'll see you guys next time.